Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Sue. I didn't even see that you were on. While we're still waiting for people to jump on, can you guys tell me if you can uh hear and see this video playing?
I can see it, but I can't hear it.
You didn't hear it. Okay.
Yeah, I can't hear it either.
Normally there was a way to every time you share it says to share everything, but it's not popping up for whatever reason.
You need to click on the video or
The share screen, select screen. Okay, hold on. Hello. Here we go. I think I found it. All right, I think we should be good.
perfect.
Hello. Oh, perfect. And then we're also recording this meeting too, so we'll send a follow-up with the recording if you need to look back or want to share with anyone else. Um, and then I see we've got the AI notes too. So I'm not sure if that will go straight to you guys, but I can send that out after as well if it goes to me. All right. Perfect. All right. Looks like we've got a good amount on the call, so we can go ahead and get started here. Go back. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Christy Bridegroom. I'm the Development Director in St. Joseph County for Junior Achievement of Northern Indiana. And we are doing our exciting new event called JA JobSpark in our region. And so this is really an interactive, hands-on exploration event that's really focused on 8th and ninth grade students to really help them see all the careers that are available across all of the industries in our area, and really lets them be hands-on and have an experience to know what are the tasks and what's it actually like to be in some of these different professions. As they're making decisions about their future. So today we'll really just try to cover the local students that we're serving, how this can really help businesses and local organizations build that pipeline early, how to be involved and what it means to be involved, and then what maybe next steps would be for this event. So again, JobSpark, it's that career exploration event. It's not a career fair, so this is really more of an immersion, hands-on event. Um, our exhibitors are bringing equipment and tools and technology and members of their staff or their team that can really share what it's like to work there, and the kids can kind of get hands-on, ask questions, do an activity. Again, it's 8th and ninth grade students, so it's not necessarily the kids that are going to be graduating or going straight into college, but this is kind of that age where they are getting an idea of what's happening. There's a lot of new requirements with what's happening in the state of Indiana, and they're really wanting students to kind of choose what that path is at that ninth grade level. So are they wanting to kind of go an education route in secondary? Do they want to get into the trades or go right into the workforce? Are they looking at enlisting in the military? And so really getting in front of them at eighth and ninth grade is really important. Our goal is to have over 5,000 or to have 5,000 eighth and ninth graders split between mostly St. Joe County and Elkhart County. We're also talking to some surrounding counties, Michigan City or LaPorte. Right now, we already have 4,200 confirmed for the event that's happening in March. It will be March 24th and 25th at the Century Center in South Bend. And the goal is to have about 50 to 60 local businesses or organizations there that the students can kind of go through and see their exhibits and have these hand-on experiences with them. And this is represented across 8 industry clusters. And so the best way to kind of describe is to show a video from the same event that's hosted in Fort Wayne year after year. It's been a really successful event. They had 8,500 students back in the fall. And so it's a little far for St. Joe Elkhart County students to go to Fort Wayne. So we've created this event in this north central region to kind of be the new hub to serve the students here. So this is just a recap of their event that I will
You don't need a second job. You just need to learn how to talk.
JobSpark brings the world of jobs and roles to the children all in one place. And it helps them, maybe dream bigger than what they thought possible.
One of our responsibilities is to train our students for the world of K through 12 and beyond. And this actually gives them a chance to really see it and feel it with what the experience will be like in that job.
My favorite part of JobSpark is all the interactive experiences we get to do.
It is an opportunity for thousands of students to come through the doors and experience hundreds of careers. The biggest hope that I would have is that they would look at a particular career and say, I can do that.
I hope they come in and it opens up new opportunities for them, just to think about what the future may be.
These next 4 years are going to be really important for me, finding out what I want to do with my life and finding out what college I want to go to.
Extremely important for our employers to engage, to participate, and view this as an investment in their own future to make sure that they're going to have quality employees and future workforce.
And if they can spark an interest or catch somebody's eye for what their particular business is engaged in, then that's a big plus for them.
This is job recruiting day one. It affirms maybe what they originally thought, or it's opened their eyes to something that they never thought was achievable.
Within Master Spas, we need a lot of support people as well, and the talent pool is right here in this room to be able to make that happen.
My favorite part of JobSpark is the police department, because when I'm older, I want to go to the police academy and be a police officer.
These events are so important because it's helping young people to be inspired about the different types of careers in health.
We're always excited for them to attend JobSpark and be able to do some hands-on activities and talk with different employers and schools, because it really helps solidify what's possible for them.
So our activities are ranging around how we make our wires. So we wrap it around and we make it into a spring. It's made of our nickel and titanium.
It's a competitive job market out there. And one of the things that you notice at JobSpark is there are several different companies for each different career cluster.
I'm glad I came because I found some jobs that I hadn't even thought about or really knew existed. So it was really cool.
And I think the students that come through here have a blast. And I think the businesses that are here sponsoring and partaking actually get just as much out of it as the students who are involved.
I would love to see more people at this event, because you might not think that you have something that would work in this environment, but you do.
If you are an organization, an employer, get involved if you're not already involved, because it will pay off in so many different ways. If not today, definitely tomorrow and in years to come.
Eventually, students are going to say, I saw this at JobSpark when I was in 8th or 9th grade. Maybe that's a business that I want to go work for.
Businesses, if you want to truly connect to your future workforce, you need to do it while they're still in that pre-K through 12th grade environment.
It's great for business, it's great for students' education, it's great for the community.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you, Christy. My name's Jessica Hilaire, and I work in Elkhart County and oversee the North Central unit. And we are so excited to bring JobSpark to this community. Our students, some of them have been traveling over to Fort Wayne to the Coliseum for that, and you can imagine that's a really long day. So after listening to some local teachers, and principals, they shared that this is a really heavy lift to do something like this, and they would love for our assistance in helping. So I wanted to share a quick video from Mish Shah. He is the CEO of Chemcrest, and he is a board member and a volunteer for JA, and really a community leader for us to share why he thinks JobSpark is important for our community.
Hi, this is Amish Shah. I am really excited for the JA JobSpark program to come to our region. It is such a great opportunity for employers to be able to engage with students early on. You know, by engaging with students early on, we get our basically our brand and our business top of mind to them as they start to think about careers and career paths and what's possible. It also gives students the opportunity to really explore kind of with their own hands and eyes and ears, you know, what are those opportunities that exist in our region? What do these jobs look like? It's a really, really fun and experiential way for students and employers to engage. So please support this program. It would be great for any of you employers to come set up. I think it's fun, not just for the students, but for everybody that's involved. Hi, this is Amit.
No worries. Thank you, Christy.
Yeah.
So as Christy mentioned, we are working to serve primarily Elkhart and St. Joe County students. As some of you are educators and some of you might have kids in high school, you know that the graduation requirements are changing. With the new SEALs coming up, students are being expected to choose a pathway in ninth grade of enlistment, enrollment, or employment. And that's one of the things that I love about JobSpark. It's not just about who's going to a trade school, who's going to four-year school. There is literally something for every single student. For those of you that are in Elkhart, you probably are familiar with the Horizon Education Alliance. We have been working in tandem with them to help try to build a continuum in Elkhart County. So they have Career Quest in 7th grade, and then in 8th grade, manufacturing days. And then they feel like our JobSpark is a nice follow-up and a deeper dive into the different career clusters and opportunities in our community. And so they actually were kind enough to reach out to all the schools and, you know, counselors and say, this is great. They need Career Quest, they need this. And so they are partners with us and mission partners and helping us kind of spread the word that we're trying to create this continuum. Our goal is to build a talent line. We hear all the time that there's workforce shortages, that people need soft skills, and the best way that we can reach students is through this hands-on opportunity. We do like to say that you have to see it to be it. And so if kids do not know what opportunities are out there in different careers, then it's really important for us to show them. We added in some words from educators, and I certainly won't read all of these to you because I know we're limited on our amount of time we have and we want to stick to our half an hour. But the bottom line is that educators really do appreciate this opportunity. And one of my favorites is it says, my favorite part of JA JobSpark was watching every student be able to find something of interest to them. I saw kids who struggle in school light up and participate at different stations. I think it gave them hope that there is something for them out there, even if school is a struggle right now. And we have some statistics from our educators that 97% of educators say that the JA JobSpark program helped build connections between the classroom and the real world. 94% of educators say the JA JobSpark program was engaging to students, and 95% of educators say the program helps students learn more about career opportunities and pathways.
Thank you, Jessica. Oh, sorry. Was I on the wrong
It's
slide
okay.
for that? I'm
No
so
worries.
sorry. I missed
Okay.
that. All right.
Hi, all. I think I'm up next. My name is Todd Bruce. I am the board chair for junior achievement here in St. Joe County. Thanks for taking a few minutes to join us today. This is a really exciting time to be involved in junior achievement in this region. It's a chance to be impactful for the employers and also just for the students. That's tomorrow's workforce. And central to that is JobSpark. And so, this is really a proactive step to plant some seeds early and lead students down a path towards great careers. Jessica referenced a theme we talk about a lot around this region, and that's job shortage, workforce shortage. And really, it's part of quantity of workforce, but also just quality of workforce. And so, it's easy to see that if you're an employer with happy employees that are doing what they are well suited for and what they love to do, of course, your company is going to flourish. And really, this region, when you think about the importance of this event and who we are as this region, this region is a great example that there are so many great career paths here locally. And some of those involve a four-year degree, but really many of those don't. And students aren't always exposed to these great career options across the spectrum, and they need to understand that. And this is our chance to do that. So it's a really exciting time to be involved from the provider standpoint in junior achievement, giving the opportunity for other local employers to get the message out about the kind of career opportunities that are there within their companies. And at the end of that, just to really help this next generation of our fellow citizens, of young today's students, go towards great career paths and have great lives. And so we thank you for being here today. I think we're going to have a little message from Jeff Ray now, who's also who's the CEO of the chamber here in South Bend and wants to talk about that as well.
Hi, this is Jeff Ray. I'm the President and CEO of the Southland Regional Chamber. Here we represent the interest of 1,100 member businesses that employ more than 60,000 in our region. Top of mind for every one of those business leaders, as well as every business even considering our region, is talent attraction. That's why we believe the JobSpark is such an important program for our community. We're thrilled to see the event coming soon. The earlier we can expose our young people to the variety of careers in our region, the better. And there's no better way to do that than at JobSpark. And it's also a great opportunity for our employers to showcase the unique career offerings at our local businesses and help us strengthen our local talent pipeline. JA does some outstanding work in our community, but they can't do it alone. Make plans today to have your business be a part of the JobSpark and make sure your students don't miss this great opportunity to be introduced to careers in our area.
Great. Thanks, Todd. So what does it mean to be involved, to be an exhibitor? So again, as I mentioned earlier, it's really about being interactive and having kind of those hands-on experiences. The way that we've split it is into 8 industry clusters that really allow students to have an experience across, everything that's available to them. We want the careers to feel accessible and achievable. We want to help businesses build that pipeline. We want to kind of showcase what's available so that students, whether they need school to go down a specific path or they can go right into the workforce if they're re-engaging in this community. And so to be an exhibitor, there's a really simple 2-minute registration form just to kind of show your intent to be there and kind of what industry cluster you would fit in. And then to be an exhibitor, it's to have an activity that really engages students. So again, bringing, some equipment or tools or a demonstration that can represent either skills or the jobs that you have available, and some activities so students can understand what it's like to work in that field. setting up that exhibit area and engaging with the students through that activity, having staff for your booth that can answer questions about their job or help them go through that activity, and being on site while the students are present. And then we will have a Zoom session starting at the end of this month and in February with each cluster to kind of go over expectations, help you work through what your activity would be, talking about setup, day of, and kind of answering all of those questions in a more condensed format. And then the clusters that are available. So advanced manufacturing, engineering and logistics, agriculture, food, natural resources, architecture, engineering, construction, business, finance, marketing, government, law, education, public service, health and life sciences, hospitality, tourism, arts, and information technology. So finding kind of fit within one of those, they're grouped together, and then students will kind of be able to go and visit all of the different exhibitors when they are on site. Students will come for a few hour block and be able to make their way through all of these different clusters. And so just to give you guys some ideas of different activities that are done, we don't want you to feel that we expect you to have an activity and give you no guidance. So this is kind of a list. If you can look at that, I'll read through some of them, of exhibits that were done this past fall in Fort Wayne. So kind of in that manufacturing, so a flight simulator, a 3D printing activity, bringing a robotic arm, uh, bringing, a display of a reptile, using seeds to create a necklace, having, rebar tying or bricklaying. One bank kind of did how to dress for success, another did how to tie a tie, and students received ties. Um, we have a lot of, public service groups bringing in SWAT gear or canines, doing Mach 911 calls for health and life sciences. They did blood typing. They had one group brought in a bunch of candy and had kids building, DNA helixes, and then they had a snack to walk around with. Learning how to intubate. Some bring in an ambulance, or they do CPR on dummies. In tourism and hospitality, a news station brought a camera crew, and students had a microphone and got to do a quick little sideline report. We had a cosmetology group from that had their actual cosmetology students there putting in extensions and beads, and some students were actually giving haircut touch-ups. We had an IT, there's robots, or they were helping program mannequins or doing hacking challenges. So these are just some of the ones. I can share a lot more if that's something, oops, sorry, that you guys are really interested in learning more about. But the sense of that is that we really want to have a really fun and engaging activity for the students. It's really cool. When we were walking through the Fort Wayne event, I assumed that phones were not allowed because I didn't see any students on phones. And I found out later that wasn't the case. They were just so engaged and really excited to see and learn everything that's going on. So again, the requirements for exhibitors is to have an engaging activity and be able to talk to the students. But again, we will help you with that and help you craft that. And so while it's great to have a way to show them what it's like to be involved in these different pathways, we have a lot of colleges coming that might be talking about different pathways or programs that they have that then can tie into a career later on.
Is that a doctor's appointment? I only had a doctor's appointment.
No, I said it into your car.
I'm on the side.
All right, so that's kind of just the presentation there. So if you guys have any questions or comments, we'd love to answer some questions for you. Again, if you there is a follow-up survey that can provide more information, or also, I believe, Jessica, were you able to throw that in the chat by any chance?
No.
Yes, it's in there. I just put
Okay,
it
so
in.
there's a link also in the chat to this survey that talks about more questions. But there you can sign up for and request more information, or kind of sign up to be an exhibitor there as well. But thank you guys so much for jumping on the call. We're really at the point where, we've got a lot, we have 4,200 up to 5,000 students coming in March, and we just want to make sure that we have a really robust amount of exhibitors showcasing all the great things that this North Central region has available to them.
Yeah, and just a
And
final thank you again for taking your time to be here. It's a great opportunity for all of us to do the right thing for young students and to help our companies at the same time. And just to make sure we give you enough time to do this, are there any questions from anybody online that we can answer while we're here today?
You can walk. You can walk. You can walk home. Not a question, but just a comment. This is Teresa from ChemCrest. I have not been exposed to this program before, except from what Jessica and Amish had shared. That video was what sold it. I have a much clearer understanding. So thank you for putting together that video, because now I'm like, ooh, do I want to bring our chemist in, or do I want to bring a high-low driver? Like, I really understand that tie now to make sure it's very interactive. So thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely. You can talk about how exciting the event is, but seeing it in action really brings it to life. Again, we also have some organizations that are doing multiple activities or are in more than one area because they have such a wide variety of experiences or pathways at their jobs. So that is something that's available as well if you feel like there's more than one area that would work best for you guys. And also what we'll do when we have those future meetings by industry cluster, you'll be able to kind of talk and learn what other groups are bringing so that everything can complement each other.
And if you're like me at all, my mind starts thinking about all the other businesses that maybe your business works with, or that your husband or daughters or whoever's business works with, that you're like, this would be perfect for them. And so if that's the case, like, please, please, please share the information with us and we will reach out to them, because we really don't want somebody later to be like, oh, I wish I would have known about this kind of thing. And obviously we recognize that, March is right around the corner. So there is kind of a big push for us between now and the 20th of January to get as many people on board as possible. I don't know if we spoke about it earlier, but we really would like to have 55-ish exhibitors, because that's how many exhibits you need for kids to be able to flow through the Century Center, well. And I know Christy spoke about this, but if you're like, I don't know how I fit in, I don't know what activity I could do, please know that Sue Jackson over in Fort Wayne has been engaged with businesses there for 5 years and is quite creative. And Christy and I and our team are here to support you. So I wouldn't worry as much about what the activity is. If this is like speaking to you, like we need to be a part of this, we need to pay it forward for these kids, then just say yes, and we promise we'll help you figure it out. It's my last plug.
Yes, thank you, Jessica. Yes, you don't have to know kind of all the nitty-gritty of how you're going to make it work to sign up. It's just filling out that form is your intention that you want to be there. And again, we will work with you to figure out where best you fit or how to make that work.
And if you happen to be doing any kind of, where you're working with high schoolers, so like at ChemCrest, if you have some interns that are high school, college age of Career Center, you're welcome to bring those people, because they obviously can relate to the students really well. And so if you have that kind of niche market, maybe you've got an intern, then figure out a way to include them. A, they would love it. They can walk around and check it out too. And B, who better to relate to kids than somebody that's just enough older than them to say, you really need to, experience all this.
Okay. Thank you all for your time, and we hope to continue the conversations with many of you going forward. It's going to be a great event. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you
Christy
all.
and I can stay on as well for a few minutes, just in case anybody has a question. So we'll stay on just in case, and then if not, we'll hang up.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you. I think we're probably good.
Yeah, we've got a few still
on, yeah.
on, but I'm not sure if there's any questions there.
Thanks, guys. I'm having terrible buffering, and I apologize for that. I tried to keep the camera off because of that, but
sorry, Sue.
no, that's all right. It's where I'm at. So
no worries. All right. Well, thank you guys for jumping on. And
thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Day.